Hey gang, GameFace here, and well, right now I'm back in Planet Coaster. But we'll be spending some time in Blender today. I laugh because we've spent a lot of time in Blender lately. But this should be a lot quicker and a lot easier than the previous things because we've already done those, and this is going to be basically the same idea. But I think the first thing I'm going to build, because I think it's really the easiest. I don't know, actually. I have no idea. This could be absolutely horrible, and I'm not gonna be good at this. But we'll see. But the first thing I want to do is I need to replace this with something that's first the right size. Because I don't know if this is the right size, and second, better. Because this sucks. So I'm gonna try to figure that out. I don't know if I'm gonna need like other tools yet. I don't know what's gonna go on, but I think that's what we're gonna do is first is try to build a bed, a proper bed, not this joke that I built earlier. So. Why am I so? Okay, so we're back in here. Why is the stream not working properly? No, it is. Okay, we're back in Blender. And I guess the first thing I want to do is just delete this. That's not a good starting spot. The second thing I want to do is go in and change the unit presets to centimeters. And then we're gonna go in, and you notice it changed stuff. Did it change stuff? I don't know if it changed stuff. Whoops. And then I'm going to delete the camera. We're not going to delete the world. Don't delete them. Okay, and now we need a good view. I think this is the right view. No, that's not the right view. This is the right view. Here we go. And I guess this is probably our starting point. Is everything like applied properly? Let's just make sure. I think that's Control A and apply scale and rotation. Objects, there's nothing to apply. There's nothing to apply. Okay, we'll find out when we put our first thing down. So, we want to start all this with a, well, you guessed it, cylinder. We're not using squares. And it's not going to be this big. I think, you know, like, oh, I guess we should look at a picture. Look at a picture? How can I show a picture? I think this is how I can show a picture. Photoshop. And, so, hey Nahar. How you doing today? So the picture is just the pieces. No, that's not what I want. I'll go like this. So the picture is just the pieces. You know, I've got no dimensions or anything, but I was pretty sure I could look up the size of a queen size bed and base it on that. You know, the other thing, so there's going to be more wallpaper. I've thought of I'm going to make some creepy clown wallpaper. That's the thing that's going to come in. So I'm not only gonna make a big, like a queen size bed version of this, I'm gonna make small single bed versions of the same type of thing. I might use the same template, just resize as required. And I might make them animated as well, so that they'll pick up and you know, do something. Maybe. I don't know. But that's the idea right now. So the first thing I gotta do is I gotta change this. This cannot be that many vertices. 6 and open-ended. The radius is going to be, I don't know, what would you say, 10 centimeters? And the height would probably be about 1 meter. No, maybe 10 centimeters might be too big. What do you think? Probably 1.3 meters. Let's do it. Or maybe it's not 10 centimeters. It's not 1 meter. It's okay. Now, yeah, I'm just not thinking. Let's leave it at 2 meters to start. We can always stretch the bottom down and change it that way. So, oops, I'm on the wrong scene. There we go. So we've got this. We've got this. I'm gonna bring this up here. And the first thing I want to do is I want to like create like a bottom on this. And in order to do that, we're gonna start to edit the mesh. So I'm gonna try to step through this as best I can. We're gonna remember as we go that we need to like set the amount of curvature. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go into, oh, maybe I go in object here. We're gonna go smooth first, so we get smooth lighting, and I'm actually gonna add the subdivisions now, and I'm only gonna subdivide to 1 in hopes that I don't have to subdivide any further. And then we're gonna go into edit, and what we'll see is the result of what we're doing. So I'm not concerned. I'm working on this, and basically we're going to extrude something from here, and then we're just going to change the size of it. So we're going to use a couple of things that I didn't do in the last video, just because, you know, I've learned new things since then. So extrude, E, and then immediately I'm just going to click the mouse and leave that edge there. We're going to try change the size. So S to change the size, and then Control Z. Sorry, Shift Z, Z, whatever. So that we're not changing in the Z axis. We're only going to pull it out. But you can see immediately we've got ourselves a problem. But that's fine. I expected a problem. We're going to click that there. And if we go into wireframe here, what we're going to do here is we're going to change how much of that smoothing is applied to this edge. And in order to do that, it's just Shift E, and we can change it, and then we'll look at it here. And it's a number between 0 and 1. The higher the number, the sharper the edge. So if I say 1, it's going to be a very sharp edge. If I say 0, it's going to curve. Well, it's basically going to not curve. It'll be straight lines from, yeah. Or maybe it'll be 50-50. I don't know. But I'm going to be up at the 0.95 area. because I want an edge in. Actually, you know what? 1. Because we're not done. There's something else going on here that I haven't got to. So back to solid. And Alt click to select the edge that we left. So we fixed that edge. That's what turns it pink. That's why it's labeled like that, because that is the an edge that has a crease factor. So what we would need to do now is bring this down and basically around. So I'm just going to extrude Z to move it in the Z axis. And I'm going to bring it, well, we'll bring it down to here. And then from here, again, we're going to extrude, click to lock it, and then S and Control Z because we only want it in the X and Y axis. And we're going to bring it in. We're bringing it in tighter than the other one because now what we want to do is bring it down to the point that's going to go on the floor. This thing looks like it has little casters, but I'm not putting casters on this. I'm just going to have, like, it's just going to be normal. So E to extrude, click, no, undo. E to extrude, and then I want to hit Z to lock it in the Z axis. And we're just going to bring this down, say to about here. And I am going to flare it a tiny bit at the very bottom, I think. I don't think this is, but like I said, this has wheels on it. So again, E to extrude, click, oh, S, what happened? S to resize that extrusion just a bit. Again, we're there now. Let's E to extrude. Whoops, I clicked. I'll just drag it down. We're just going to put a little thing like that at the bottom. And from there, we need to basically close that off. So I'm going to, what am I going to do? E to extrude, click, and then W to bring up the menu. And what we're going to do is choose merge at center. And that'll close up the bottom. Now, right away, we're going to work straight from the bottom up. There's certain places that need sharp edges here. One of them is here. And the reason it needs a sharp edge is because I'm not done with it yet. So, because I can't see it, I'm going to just quickly go back to, oh, I got it. Okay. Solid. This is the other one. So, let's try that again. Click. Got it. Z toggles between wireframe and whatever you've got selected. And then Shift Alt for this. And then I'm going to go Shift E. Click, and I'm going to change this till it's flat. And that's 1. Now we're gonna do some stuff here. And because I don't know everything, I hardly know anything actually, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it. Okay, so we want to go up and we want to start here. We're starting here because we're gonna, we're only building half of this thing. Everything else is going to be basically an adjustment of that. Well, actually, we're only building a quarter of this. So we're building the frame on one corner. The front is going to basically be the same thing, shrunken down to a size that would fit appropriately on the bed. And then we'll take these parts, separate them, and then mirror them to the other side. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bevel this. And to bevel, we select the edge. We're just adding some detail here. Control E and bevel. And you can see I can pull that out there. But now I have a problem because it's yes, I did get the link. I watched 10 minutes of it. Well, I played it for 10 minutes in the background. But then I had to, do stuff. It looked pretty interesting. I saw a spaceship going through the ground, through the floor. I saw some other things. Okay, so what is this going to be? I don't know what this is going to be, so let's adjust it so that we've... You know what? I think it might have been right. What we need to do is this. Let's pop out the middle of that. Control R. Control R. There we go, yeah. And then I can move it anywhere I want. I want to just click and hit S and then Shift Z to lock out the Z axis. We're going to pop that up. And that's going to create a little, a lip on it. Now we're going to do the same thing down here, but this is going to be bigger. This will definitely be a bigger thing. So Control E, bevel. We'll pull the bevel out, and we're going to make it much larger. And again, the same thing. Control R. We're going to split this. Click S, Z to... What? It's only going to do it in X and Y anyway. And we're going to bring that out like that. So basically, we've got ourselves like that whole pattern you'd see on a brass bed type thing. And that's the first step. Now we're going to basically move up to the top and make a similar pattern, a little bit different though. It's going to be made with multiple sections just sort of pulled out. You can sort of see it in the picture. I think, basically I'm working on this piece. So I'm going to grab a section, we're going to widen it out, and then we're going to add some detail in. There looks to be a bevel here and a bevel here, so we'll widen it out, we'll pull out the top and the bottom, and then pull out the middle a little bit more and add in some bevels. Now, of course, I think I want to start this here, but I don't know for sure. Oops. Yeah, I think I want to start this here. But like I said, I don't really know for sure. Whoa. I am making the bed. We're starting the bed for the haunted mansion. The haunted dark ride. So it'll be just one piece. It won't be made of a whole bunch of, as well as I don't know. But that's what we're doing. So I'm going to extrude this up. Whoa. E. There we go. I guess if I'm not looking at it the right way, I can't really do it properly. That's probably about right. Okay, so I did that wrong. Again, we will E to extrude, but I'm going to click here and I'm going to make it a little bigger first. I'm going to pull that out. Sort of the starting width. Then E to extrude. We'll bring it up. Now, somehow, it's going to be a brass bed for the haunted house. Now I'm actually going in and I'm specifically making things for the world I'm building. So again, they'll get uploaded to the workshop because I think they're worthwhile. Okay, so E to extrude, click S to size. We'll bring that in, and I'm just hoping I've got this at a similar size. But I guess it's not that important. I should have looked. Oh well. And then E to extrude, and Z will lock it in. Now, this might all have to move up and down, but whatever. We'll figure that out as we go. Now, the other thing is, it's sharp edges. So I gotta go in here. Oops. I gotta select that. And I've got to select that. And then it's Shift E to make that adjustment. There it is. Sharp edges on both of those. Mostly sharp edges on this. And this. Now again, you can see the number straight across the screen there, like on the bar. It says 1. Oh, this bar. It says 1. Actually, you know what? We don't want that to be 1. We want that to be like 0.9, 0.8. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to break this up into sections. So in order to create a loop cut, it is Control R. And to create multiple loop cuts, we're just going to scroll the mouse up. So we need this many loop cuts. We need 4. We need the bottom of the top piece. We need the top of the bottom piece. And then we need 2 pieces in the middle to widen everything up. And I'm going to lock those into place and just hit escape to leave them where they are. Okay, let's get in a proper view here. I can actually see what's going on. So I'm going to end up deleting this and resizing it properly because I can see now that it's in the grid that it is wrong. So we're going to take this. We're going to move it up. Take this. Move it down. I think that's probably fine. So we're going to change to faces now. And I'm going to, whoops. There we go. You know what? I need another. I'll just. Okay, so I missed something. Let's switch back to Edge. I'm gonna drag this up to here. Because I need this and this. And I need this one to stay where it is. So I'm also going to end up, I might as well do it now. Drag this down to here. And now I might as well just resize the vertices. Okay, so we're going to resize this. We got to be careful here though. We got to resize them both the same. So we're going to go to 1.1. And you can see that in the bottom corner as well. Same thing here. S to resize it. Control to lock it in. 1.1. That takes care of that. Doesn't really, because I have to do this. Gotta make that curve on the okay, whatever. So now let's go back to this view, and we're gonna put this up again. So again, we're gonna have to do the same thing for them. This time though, I think this needs to be a bit wider. No, everything else will match this. So it does, like, our accuracy is important, but it's not make or break. Leaving a small gap there just so that I can pick the lines. Gotta pick your lines. So now we want that one. We want this one. I want to resize it, and I missed something. What am I doing? I'm making stuff for Planet Coaster, of course. Sorry. Yeah, hey Aaron. Yeah, we can now make models for Planet Coaster, so I'm making a bed for my haunted house. Whoops. Why does it not select the whole thing? There we go. I thought somehow I had broken it. So we're gonna resize this S. Pull this out. You know what? I think looking at the picture, this has to come in more. So move that down. So yeah, so Planet Coaster. I can explain. Toolkit items. Now we can import our own toolkit items and create our own models in Blender, upload them to a website. They got it all compiled, and we can put down our own our own creations into Planet Coaster now and upload those to the workshop. Whoops. So now we can make, you know, anything we want. Anything at all. Like that, for instance. So that's a new feature to Planet Coaster, is the ThemeMaker'S Toolkit. So this would be my first creation, was the this. And, you know, it's got 95 subscribers. 109 people have visited. It's got 95 subscribers. That means only 14 people didn't subscribe. And it's only got five. Sorry, it's got 2 negative ratings and 3 positive ratings. So I'm confused. And of course, there's no discussion as to why there's something wrong with it. Nobody said anything. And I don't understand what's wrong with it. Well. So that's what we're doing. That's the new thing. Make your own stuff. Okay, so I guess I've already moved that. Have I already moved that? Oops. That's about right. We want that and that. Pull those out further. No, you know what? Oh, we'll do it after. I'm gonna select this, or alt select this inner thing, and we're going to Control E, bevel, and pull that out. And then Control E, I'm going to pull this up. Control R to put another split in it. We're going to use S and we'll size that out. And then we're going to basically repeat the same thing down here. Hey, Isolated Fear. Yeah, well, though we're not just learning anymore. We're like just running towards the finish line here. I'm just gonna build this thing as quick as I can. Not messing around. I am basically saying what I'm doing, like alt click and stuff like that. But Control E to pull up the menu. Bevel. I'm gonna pull that out. I'm not going to pull that out. I'm going to look at what I did here. Okay, it's in a little bit. Okay, let's try that again. And then I'll click this, pull it down. Hey, Cliffy. You got it? You got it. You got it? Awesome. Okay, and then we're gonna just size this out. And there we go. I think we have pretty faithfully reproduced that messy blur. Notice these are all just smaller versions of that messy blur. Okay, so let's fix this now too. I'm gonna alt click that, and we're gonna size this a little bigger. Whoops. I need to get out of here and not do that. There we go. That's not right. There we go. It's really hard to tell when they put a gradient on the back of the window you're working on where things line up. There we go. So, there we go. That's created that. Now, I need to somehow do this. But I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Okay, so. Sorry, I gotta put it back. So yeah, now we gotta do the curve. So let's select the top. I'm gonna pull it up a bit more. Well, no, I'm not actually. I'm gonna leave it there. What I am gonna do, you put in your train park. Awesome. Why am I making a bed frame? Okay, so we have this. We have this. That's why. We need better. This will not do. You know what? Yeah, that's basically why. I just thought of something though. Maybe it should be a bed and there should be different, like, quilts you can put on it. Oh, playing out some Fallout 76. I was gonna play it. But my problem is, if I play Fallout, I'd have to cook some food first. Because if I start playing Fallout 76, I know I'm going to be here for like 4 hours. I start playing that and I just can't stop. I don't know why. Fallout was kind of weird that way too. The one time Planet Coaster was like that too. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to basically extrude this to a 45-degree angle. So we're going to go... We're going to E to extrude it. Z to lock that extrusion on... Hey, Nightmare! To lock that extrusion on the XY axis. I'm going to press Control to lock it at a distance. And we're going to go up. I think 3. No, 4. We're going to go up 4 spaces. Now, shift and drag this back down. Now, I need to rotate this. Yeah. And please take into account, I have no idea what I'm doing here. So we want to rotate this on the X. So R, X. And I'm going to hold down... No. We want to rotate this, yeah, on the Y. R, Y. And I'm going to hold down Control. Oh no, oh no. That's not good. It's not good at all. Okay, we're there. All the way down would be there. And I'm using Control so that I'm not, you know what I mean? So it's locked in. Okay, so now I want to take all of this edge and extrude to the X. Whoa, whoa, no, 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 no. Why are we rotating? Why are we rotating? I was extruding. And I want to pull this out to... Well, let's do it right to here. Now it seems strange, but now we're going to grab this. Doesn't want to line up. I hope that's lined up. Hey! How's it going, Nick? Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to pull this back in. I'm gonna zoom in a bit. Because we are like, okay, so that's not straight. That's not right. I've got a piece there that's not, whoa. So I'm gonna have to make sure that I do this one right. And that's not helping. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is alt click this, and I'm gonna go to my loop tools, and I'm gonna flatten it. No. Ooh, I don't know if I want that to happen. Okay, we won't flatten it. We'll just pretend that we did it right. Actually, we'll just go in and fix it so that we did do it right. Right? That's the way. Hit 1 to get this view. Scroll in. There we go. So, Alt-click. And we want to pull this out, I believe, to here. One, two, three. 1, 2. No, it is only to here. No, it must have started earlier because it is tapering out earlier. Actually, it's probably even to here. Nope. Look about that. I'm just trying to get these sort of even. But whatever the case may be, it's not just going to look like this because we want this to be a little bit smoother than that. So what we're going to do here, not that, we're going to click Control R. And we're going to put things. Control R. Oh, it's not going to let me, is it? Yeah, that'll be fine. That will be just fine. There we go. So now we're just going to click this edge here. And we're going to pull that out for half the width. Ooh, no, we're not. We're not. We're not. We're going to hit E. And then we're going to pull that out. Because, you know, we want to keep our corner. And there's the first bit. Now, what we need to do is somewhere around here. You know what? Oops. I'm going to hit B. We're going to select all this. Why is it doing this? Why does drag select not work for me? Like I watch people press B and all the time and select everything. It never ever works for me. That's all it is. If I click B, I should be able to just go boom and select everything, but it never ever selects everything to me. It only selects what I can see. B. Okay, so I'm having to make this bigger. Turns out if you go into wireframe mode, it does select everything. It's the solid that blocks the selection, I guess. We'll have to resize this afterwards. Get it absolutely right. So let's go back in here. This time though, I'm going to change the view. I want to look at this straight on. And we're gonna work down here. So this is the bottom piece. About right here is where the thing for the mattress thing hooks on. And so probably about right here, we've got a post that comes out as the bottom bracket. So I need to build that. So let's go at it. So now I'm hitting 7. Oh, no. Now I'm hitting 3 to get the right view. And we're going to use our loop cut. And we're going to loop cut here. We're going to loop cut there because we just want a square. Face select, we're going to take that face and we're going to delete that face. Now, there's a circle there, but there's not a circle there. There's really a square there. There's only a circle there because that. We don't want that. So I'm going to, when we reduce, hey Fricker, I'm making a brass bed. Like that. It's for my dark ride. Already, I got the first one done. Whoops. Ah. We got the fire hydrant in the workshop. So people can so yeah. So people can just pull this down from the workshop. It's kind of awesome actually. So I'm building something to replace this ridiculous thing. Cuz that's got to go. We're building a brass bed. Okay, so I need to go back into edge selection, alt click this edge, and I'm going to my loop tools, and I'm going to make a circle. It didn't do a very good job. It is not doing a very good job at all. Circle. Okay. I don't know what to do. I know what to do. I know what it's doing wrong. Okay, what I'm doing wrong. It's doing something wrong. No, it's definitely me. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to press Control R. I need to go into here. We need to put in a loop cut. Okay, Control R. We need to put in 2 loop cuts. Escape, we'll leave them there. And then Control R. Again, I need to put in there we go. 2 loop cuts. I'm not doing the 2 part very well. Control R. 2 loop cuts, escape. Control R. Again. Why can you not do 2? Control R. 2 loop cuts, escape. Okay, there we go. We've got our stuff. Now, Alt. Select it. Really? Well, you're just not very good at circles, are you? There we go. There we go. There's our circle. I saw your message. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't actually see that post until yesterday. Because, you know, I haven't really fired up Discord. But I saw your message in Discord. Thank you so much. I didn't even know they posted it to Instagram because I didn't Instagram until yesterday. But I did see them post it to Twitter. I saw the tweet on that. So I wasn't completely out of the loop, just a little bit out of the loop. Okay, so we're not going to flatten that. We're going to unflatten that. Why are we... Why is it doing that? I don't like how it's not building it within the thing that I made. It's jumping outside of the thing. Fit inside. Best fit. No, I want it on in the inside of the square. Is that okay? Can I have that? Can I have that now? Finally. Okay, so what I'm going to do in order to solve this... Loop cut! This isn't going to help. Okay, we'll just live with it. But no, we can't. I know what I can do. Okay. I don't know why I didn't think of this. Okay, so that's fine. I'm going to delete the faces now. We're going to go back to that circle. Faces. Alt click. Alt click. No, I don't want that. I want that. Alt click. Circle. Now, we want to size that around the x-axis. I don't know why I'm not allowed to size it. Sizing doesn't seem to do anything. Ooh. You know what? Let's just try it and see what it looks like. So let's just extrude on the x-axis and pull this. What? That's probably fine. Like, it's not like that on the real one at all, but I'm very concerned with this. I'm at 614 triangles. And they do say, building solids like this, there's always a lot of fiddly stuff. Maybe this. Fiddly stuff. What? Are you telling me those aren't even connected? Oh, they're not even connected. Well, you learn something new every day. I don't know what to do now. I could just leave it. Like, I guess nobody's really gonna notice. I could go with that. Nobody's gonna notice. Is that a good excuse? And then we just go on and start making the pieces that go down the middle. I think I could live with that. And you know, the pieces down the middle should be pretty easy. If I'm in wireframe mode, go B. Actually, let's just do that first. Now we'll go B. And I want to select from here to here. No, that's not good. Actually, yeah, that's probably fine. Actually, you know, I'm gonna put that back. And then I'm gonna flatten it on not flattening. Okay, it did flatten. Okay. We got our loop, and then we want to hit F. No. Oh, no, E. There we go. So E will give me the straight cut. Perfect. Now I can press B and select everything here. And then Shift D. And we're going to just drag that across. And use Control so it locks onto that. So we're going to just put them all on there. But first, I'm going to resize it, but not on the Z-axis. And that should be that. Now this is where I start to have problems. And that's putting things together. So somehow we gotta pull these up and attach them to this mesh. So, well, I can pull them up. I know how to do that. Going to alt click this. I'm going to drag that up here. And I'm not going to bring it right through. We're making this. Well, not, there'll be a bed. It'll actually be, sorry, we're making a bed. But that's sort of the model we're going from. Or I'm trying to go from. So now, if I move down here, I notice it didn't scale around the center. That's not good. So I'm gonna have to rescale this. Huh? And then we're gonna have to move it again. Now I can't tell which line it was. That's the one. There we go. Okay, so now we can go in, pull that up. Whoops, alt click that, pull it down. Now, I'm going to save this now. I'm not going to save it in fire hydrant. I'm going to save it in brass bed. So I'm planning. There's plans for 2 beds. One queen size big bed, and then another one, which I'm actually planning to animate as it, it just sort of comes and floats up for a second and then sinks back down. So that's part of the plan. Brass bed dot blend. There we go. Save as blender. Okay, so we need to figure out how I get this to fit into there. And I actually think my best bet is actually to, once I'm here, not to, attach it fully, but to go like this. Like, basically, I should make this a model. Make this... Whoa. Sorry, I'm getting lost. Yeah, like a spooky floating bed. So I'm gonna select all this again. And I am going to duplicate it, escape, and just put it off to the side. We can get that anytime we want. Anytime I screw this up, we can just delete everything, go get that. Okay, so what I'm planning on doing here is this. We will select that edge, E to create a new, to extrude that, S, we're gonna make it, size it in to a point. Why does it only seem to be sizing to one side? What I'm going to do with that there, though, is I'm going to alt-click the outside edge. We're going to do a Shift-E and pull that back out. Old brass bed, you got it. Now, why is that like that? Who said you could do that? Yeah, let's just completely put that on the we think you want that on the other side there. No. I don't understand how that happened. Okay, everything seems fine. Okay, there we go. That's when I created that. Okay, everything here should be clean. Click that. We'll get the right view. I missed. Here we go. Okay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna extrude click. Why is the center of this thing off to the side? Like, there's a whole bunch of things I'm not understanding about what's going on here. That's why it's sizing all weird, I would say. Okay, so I undid the extrusion. So we're gonna reselect this. I'm gonna do the Control E. Sorry, Shift E. And bring the crease out to 1. And then I'm gonna try the extrude and size. And it still brings it off to the side. I do not understand. It doesn't make any sense. Why is that the center of... I'm confused. I'm just totally baffled. I don't understand how it thinks that's the center point. Like, we're looking at it straight on. The view is ortho, so like there is no 3 dimensions here. And we can clearly see well, let's see if somebody else has run into this. I don't know why it ignores me sometimes when I have shift pressed. So Shift S is cursor. Cursor to center. Oh. Okay, that I don't want to. I don't cursor to center. That's fine. We want selection to active. But that basically just gives me the last thing I clicked. Yeah, I'm only guessing too. Like, this isn't something I've run into. Yeah, Shift S. Selection to cursor. Okay, wait a minute. What happens if I go... Well, let me. What's going on? What is that? What? What are all these lines? What? You've got to be kidding. Can I select some things here? Well, that will cause some problems. Delete! Delete your face. Ah, that's what's causing a problem. Of course, now I can't seem to select anything at all. There we go. No. It's much, 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 much closer. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this manually. Okay. We're gonna select the edge. We're gonna hit E, click, S to resize. And bring it in. Then we're gonna hit 7. Go into this view. We're gonna manually center this thing. This is what I have a problem with. What's going on? Why is this all funny like that? It's not funny at all. Why? Why are the edges on something that was... Why are they crooked? Who said that crooked edges were okay? So, I think I've run into a problem already. And my problem is with this whole piece. Because this is on pieces that aren't straight. When I copied it, they're not straight. So everything's offset because there's multiple splits in multiple places. And I don't even think the whole thing's straight. So let's hope we have the power to undo. You know, I like that selection has an undo on it, but I also hate that selection has an undo on it. It uses up all the undos, and I'm constantly selecting and reselecting. But it would suck if that didn't happen. It'd be like Planet Coaster. You got 100 things selected, and you click something wrong, and it deselects 100 things. And that would drive me even more insane than I already am. Confusing, yeah, you're telling me. Okay, so the problem here is the edge down here. And if I want to solve that, the best way I know is do this. Face selection, B. Got your face. Hello. Edit mode, wireframe, face select. B. Got your face. And delete your face. So now I'm only dealing with the original shape. And I can bring that down, and that should be straight. Make sense? It's like you can select anything but that. Trying to narrow it down to 50. I don't even know what games are coming out next year. The only one I know I'm playing is so far is Sea of Sorrow. I want to play Sea of Sorrow. Oh look, it let us select it. Oh no, it didn't let us select it. Oh, there we go. That's not it. Okay, we're gonna do this like this. 7. 9. That lets me click it. And there we go, we got it. Look at it, it's still crooked. What? Now I'm just absolutely confused. Hey, Chevzo. I'm doing good. Okay, so back here. If I were to select this, it's crooked. If I were to select this, it's crooked. If I were to click File, Save, close the application completely. Open. Alt. It's crooked. It's crooked. Crooked. I just don't understand it all. Alt, comma. Nope. It doesn't do anything. Oh, object mode. Okay, well that's weird. It doesn't fix it though. Why does it always seem that my builds just sort of devolve into something that's broken? I just don't understand. Like everything else is centered. If I choose this, it's not centered. It's the same thing. Down here. If I add a plane at location 0, 0, 0, that's 1 meter. And we look down on the planes. And I click the plane. And I alt-click the side of the plane. The plane is selected and it's right in the center. Okay, let's go to the first. Like, what's original here? I know what's original. That's 7, that's 9. How do I... So that's original. And it's not in the middle. I'm so glad that there's a Blender Stack Exchange Blade page. I'm a software developer, so I'm always using Stack Exchange to look up something or something else. Okay, so change center of resize. That's basically what I'm stuck on. How to move the center of scaling. Blender Stack Exchange. I just don't get that. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. But it's like, because there's cuts down the one side and not the other, it's changing the way it all acts. So if I were, you know, if I were a betting man, I would do something stupid like this. Not gonna do it, is it? Won't let me. Right? Now we have a match. Unbelievable. So it doesn't care what the real center is at all. It's not something, but because there were 2 points here and here where this was cut, it went and did everything off some other thing. Okay, so I can fix this, but I need to delete everything I've done in my life. And all the undos are gone. Yeah. Okay. I'm okay. Just don't open that file I clicked on. Don't worry about it. Yeah, never mind. It's not what I'm trying to open. Open. Like, no. Here's exactly what you got. Oh well. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Other than the fact that B actually selects everything you've got and everything else. Okay, that does make sense. How did I delete that? How did it possibly delete that? Okay, this is the only line selected, right? B. Okay, it didn't delete it that time. Now I'm happy. Can't you tell? Okay. I need a vacation. What do I need to do here? I don't know if I want all that. I think I just want this. I don't understand why. Okay, I like sometimes things just don't do anything. I did change the view and like it didn't do anything. And then okay, so I want that. You know what? Just to make things even everywhere so that we don't run into this again, I'm just going to do it right on here so that when I copy this, it's done. Let me do it. Won't let me do it. That way it won't let me do it. Come on. Ah! Here maybe? I really hope that's it. Okay, that's it. So those are the lines we drew to take that out, extrude that out. It's caused an absolute nightmare. I should have done everything equally, and then I wouldn't have had to deal with this. But I think what it is it's not averaging the faces or the vertices. It's averaging, well, yeah, it's not averaging. It's averaging the edges, not the vertices, the vertex. That's my theory. Now we're gonna take that. I was actually hoping that I would have this whole one of these pieces done today, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So let's just resize it right here. Notice it's center selected now. It's like right in the middle. So I'm gonna hit S to resize, Shift Z, so that I'm not resizing the Z axis. And I'm gonna make this a bit smaller this time. There we go. Alt click that edge, bring it up to there. Now alt click this edge, and it's centered. Now if I pull this down, it's actually pulling it down. I don't understand what I'm pulling down. That's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, now let's choose face selection. Hello, face. There is no face here this time. Very suspicious. You know, last time there was a face there. Every time you do this, it's different. That's what I'm getting from it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down to this edge here. We're going to hit E to extrude and just click it right in there, and S, and we'll resize it in. And basically all I'm going to do is bring down like a pin in the middle. E, click, no. E, extrude, and I'm just going to zoom in as far as I possibly can. There's no way I can get this wrong. Whoa. I'm amazed. There we go. Is this going to cause me a problem? I guess we'll find out. Causes a problem, it causes a problem, right? So I need to do the same thing here. How long? Hello? Okay, fine, if you want it. Why? Why suddenly does this do this? Very, very, very disconcerting when you can't see. There's basically this point in the world you can't see, and that's what the camera's pointing at. So when you move it around, when I want to be centered, moving the camera around this, because there's no option to just move the camera. So right now that thing is behind me. So when I go like this, I have no idea what I'm pointing at. And again, I have no idea where I'm scrolling from. Okay, whatever. E, click, S. E, Z. Click. Oh yeah, I'm fighting with it. And to make it worse, when you switch back and forth between this and Planet Coaster, some things are the same and some things are different. And it's like, everything I do is wrong. Funny, in a way. But it's terrible in another. Okay. Got this. Now somehow I need to select this. And I think the only way to do that and get it all is to hide some faces. But it's so hard to control the damn camera, I'm going mad. you know what? No, that was not something I did. Let's just go B, H, B, H. Okay, H doesn't work on these. You can't hide these. I'm sorry. I know you'd like to hide them. You've pressed the button over and over and over and over again. B, H. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. So now I got my part. 1. Where's the graph? Where's the grid? Where's the grid gone? Why no grid? Why is there no grid anymore? Grid's gone. Hey, Wolfie. The grid's gone. Too small? That you can fix, though. You know, you just A, S, and make it bigger. Sorry if I'm simplifying things too much. I don't know the whole story. Okay, so what I need to do now is I need to select this and somehow figure out where in the world the grid has gone. Because I used to have a grid that I used to build on. When I pressed a number, there used to be a grid there. Ugh. And now I don't know what to do. Without the grid, I'm basically useless. Oh, I understand. I get what you actually wanted a small fish. Yes. Now I know. It makes complete sense. Okay, so now the new Google search is Blender. Grid disappeared. Oh, I'm not the first one to search for this. Grid floor disappears and that cannot. How many triangles? Too many. 1,220. 1,000. No, 611. Not too many. I guess it depends on who you ask. Whoa, 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 what was that? What is going on? I don't even know what the thing. Okay, there we go. I got it back. I got it back. So, somehow I need to figure out how to line these up. Okay. Oh, I should probably put that in cycles. Scene layout. See, it's not showing up in any of the... There we go. It just wasn't going into the right view. I don't know why. Okay, so what do we want to do? Shift D, escape. I want to move that to here. Huh? I think I must be pressing Control D now and then. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there will be a fifth one. Actually, there might even be more. No, that's probably about right. Alt H. Haha, I got it all figured out. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go into edge selection. We're gonna alt click that edge. We're gonna alt click that. Oh, that's always nice when it just completely disappears into the distance. I must have lifted my mouse up in the wrong place. No! Why? It's like there's a bump and my mouse doesn't want to go over it. There, like seriously, I'm not kidding. It's like there's a bump. Not physical, but like on the screen. Finally. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're making a brass bed. I don't know how we're gonna do brass. Hey, that wasn't so bad, was it? And there we go. Huh? Simple brass bed thingy. What you mean? So now what I need to do is I need to cut it in half. I need to mirror it. And then we need to resize it in order to, you know. Oh, I've grabbed some brass textures. Okay, let me see here. Let's... rid of that. We're gonna add our principal shader, which now we want a texture. Okay, so which one did I do? Huh. I'm not going to, I have Photoshop, so I know how to use Photoshop. So I'm probably switching to GIMP at this point would probably throw me off the deep end. But yeah, I remember you. No, no, it's just. Oh, you want me to check in here? Maybe. Oh yeah. Well, okay. So I'm not. I don't think I'm ready to. Just we can probably auto do it. Let's see what happens. You. No, I need edit mode. Edit mode. Let's go into. See, the problem is. Is it gonna show up? What? What's going on? I'm concerned about that. I'm confused too. You know, the thing is, and I don't know if you find the same thing, but I keep information much better if I figure it out myself. You know, if I go through the process of the research and figuring it out, as opposed to being told. If I'm being told and then the next time I go to do it, I'm like, I don't remember. I need to be told again. But if I go through and the process of finding everything, I find it gets written much better. I don't know. Um, we definitely need a light in here. Oh, I guess I've still got a lot of work to do. Look at these, they're coming to a point. They shouldn't be coming to a point. I gotta go put the edge in there. Okay, so why is it doing this? That's not really there. Notice that? It like pops a hole in the side as I turn it this way. Not a material problem. Whoops. Come on. Only allows 12. You got this far and you can only do 26. That is just so weird. It's like I'm in another dimension. As I walk through this place, I end up in a world where there's a hole in this thing. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. No, there's got to be something wrong. Like, it does it in wireframe mode. Well, that's even weirder. See that? Right, but I'm definitely not going through this. There's no way in the world I'm going through this. Of course, you know, I could just end up exporting this as an FSB and re-importing it, or as an object file. That might be the answer. Export it and re-import it. But the idea at this point is, of course, very simple. I'm going to do a mirror on this. We're going to add a mirror modifier. I'm going to put the mirror modifier before the smooth. So we want to mirror. Oh, no, I got to undo this. We don't want to mirror. What I want to do is I want to take this and make this edge the center. So I want to rotate around the z-axis 90 degrees or 180 degrees. And you know what? Right now I'm just going to do it to there. But no, the plan is to cut this all in half. You know, split that exactly down there. So Shift S. How do I center this? Am I adding any reflections? There won't be any reflections. No, there'll be like dull light. Like brass dully reflects the light. It doesn't really shine. I guess you could you can really shine brass. But I'm thinking this is for like more of a haunted, spooky haunted house type thing. So I'll probably be foregoing that and making them kind of dull, tarnished. You know what I mean? Like the ones in the picture here. They're like the ones in the sample in the picture. They're kind of, you know, tarnished down here. There is some shininess, but most of it's darkened. It's even got a piece broken on it. But again, it's for a haunted house. It's not really supposed to shine. If it shines, it's a little too much, I think. And it's not really tarnished, because I guess that would be silver, but... Okay, so, I don't know why this isn't in the origin of the world. I also don't know why Shift S doesn't allow me. There we go. Cursor to center. Yeah, old brass. Okay, so now we're gonna add our mirror, and we should get the other side of this thing. And that is basically what it's gonna look like. What's going on? That's weird. Take out the mirror. File. Save as. I don't know why I didn't do versioning on this. This is version 1.1. So as I move forward, I always do versioning. Now we're gonna mirror it. Oh, add modifier. I was looking for the modifier thing. Mirror, and mirror should be before our other one. I am going to go in and fix some stuff. That's the reason I saved it. And, let's... And again, this might not be the right size. I'm not getting into that right now. That's why I saved it. Yeah, then I don't know if this is tarnish, but it's... The brass is what? Copper and tin? Okay, so we're not going to worry about moving that in. What I'm going to do, though... I don't understand why I... I understand. Apply. Apply. Apply, apply! Sorry. I just freak out sometimes. So now what we want to do is we're just simply going to go Shift D. We're going to move this down here. Now there's got to be something going on. Right? Do you remember that episode of Star Trek The Next Generation when they were caught in the warp bubble and it kept on getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and kept, like... You know? No? Okay. I will admit, it's probably pretty long at 11 meters by... Okay. Yeah, my fire hydrant took a while to process yesterday. The last one took about 15 minutes. But, you know, I'm actually quite happy with it. You know, it's got almost as many negative reviews as it has positives. And again, nobody has said why. I guess they were expecting a bicycle. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. See, Planet Coaster, there's something wrong with Planet Coaster. Oh, no, it was added to the building. Never mind. I didn't think I added to the building. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it hasn't been exactly the smoothest. Okay, so where were we here? We're here. What I need to do here is I need to come in here, and hope that I made this thing the right way. And if I didn't, you know, it's easy to go back. Because I only have, really, a quarter of it built. The rest of it is just a copy. There still needs to be, of course, a frame at the bottom of some type. Actually, there doesn't. There really doesn't need to be. All I really need to do is put a mattress, not even the insides of a mattress. We'll basically put the mattress in, we'll use the top of it and we'll randomize it somewhat and make it into like a quilt by stretching the pieces, subdividing it and stretching the pieces out, and then we'll figure out what to do with the rest. Okay, so edit mode. Edit mode. And I'm going to go and just, no, I want to do this. Awesome. Oh, no, it's not awesome. That's not awesome at all. Well. Well. Makes it easier. B. Why won't it choose this? What's wrong with this? This thing not a thing anymore? Oh, they are two different things. Why are they two different things? Why is that thing so far away I can't see it? I really like to know that. I have to keep on making this thing smaller and smaller and smaller. And see, I tell you, it's just that thing. It's that thing in Star Trek. I'm stuck in a warp bubble right now, and it's closing in on me, and nothing outside that warp bubble exists. It's crazy, I tell you. In 10 minutes, I won't exist at all. So, there we are. That is what we've finished today. No, the premise was great, but the problem was it was a Beverly Crusher episode. It wasn't. It was like from the Next Generation, and it was one of those Dr. Crusher episodes. So, yeah. So, I'm going to leave this here today. I actually think we're doing okay. If I go in and we do that, we end up with, well, I don't know, something that looks quite reasonable. It might only be 3 centimeters long, though. I'm wrong. It's actually 1.9 meters long, which seems reasonable, and 70 centimeters across. That doesn't seem right. Oh, that's just this. Never mind. Oh. Yeah, it probably could be a little smaller. But hey, it's only 70 centimeters high. It's 6 centimeters thick. And almost 2 meters wide. There we go. Problem solved. It's not that big anymore. So yeah, we're gonna leave this here. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I should play something else one day. I'm really kind of like I don't want to like wear myself out on this. The other thing is, of course, I think I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. Because I did this wrong. Uh-oh. Oh, good. I was going to say that the warp bubble just got smaller. I don't understand. Why oh, there they go. There they go. Okay. So we're at 190,000 triangles. That's a problem. $47,000 triangles. Okay, I don't know what to do. I'll figure that out. But obviously what's happened here is there's a bunch of subdivisions in places that we don't need. Once I flatten these things out so they're all 0, and we redo the mirroring as is planned, you know, we haven't saved this. This was just like, hey, what does it look like? And I think it's going to look really good. The one thing I'm wondering about, though, is... Oh, sorry. Thanks for letting me know, Wolfie. So the one thing I'm wondering about is I'm gonna make, you know what? This is gonna be the small single bed. I'm gonna make some changes for the big bed. I'm gonna cut these off. We're gonna thicken up that post, well, maybe not, but we're gonna put big, huge, a bed knob on them. Like a, you know, like a bed knobs and broomsticks type bed for the big queen size one. So we're gonna get 2 beds out of this, basically. I'm gonna have to build the mattress in the middle of it separately, and then bring it into the middle, and then it should be good. But I'm actually really pleased with how much progress has been made in just like sitting here for 2 hours. We started from scratch today. We didn't have a beginning point. You could use this as a fence, I guess. Yep. A brass fence. No, I'd want to put spikes on the top. You know? I don't know. But yeah, it could be a fence as is. But it's definitely going to look better as a bed for a haunted house. So, like I said, gonna leave this here. We're gonna be doing a lot of customization specifically for the world we're building, and it's gonna basically allow us to pull everything together, get those ideas that we just couldn't make in Planet Coaster, and make them a reality. And not only for us, but for everybody else. So, leaving this here. Until next time, I'm GameFace. This was Planet Coaster. If you liked it, click the button. And don't forget to follow or subscribe. I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.